Welcome to another tutorial here in the Halftone Pro panel. Continuing on, now we're going to talk about the manual stage of Halftone using custom shapes for black fabric. And this is where you start to have more possibilities for variations applied to your design. Again, with just one click on manual, it already opens our first prompt. And here, unlike the others, we decide the shape in which the halftone will be applied in Photoshop. So we have round, we have diamond, there's ellipse, which is the default, we have line, square, and cross. So here you have 6 different options for applying halftone to your design. I'm going to choose the line option. The halftone I use the most, and also to explain the angle setting. Click OK. LPI frequency, I can set it to 30. Again, we have the issue of cleaning up the shadows and also applying it to the lighter areas. If you haven't seen them, there are also tutorials on halftone in the previous halftone videos. But again, here's where you set how much shadow you want the software to remove from the design. So the less you set, the more shadows it preserves. The more you increase this proportion, the more shadows it removes from the design. I'll leave it at the default here. Here, texture over the highlights. This is how much halftone you want to apply to the lighter areas. The lower the value, the more washed out the design looks. The higher the value, the more intensely it applies. I'll set it to 35 here, so it applies more intensely to these lighter areas. I click OK. Here for the angle, the first angle, I'll leave it at 45 degrees, which is diagonal. I click OK on the proportion and wait for it to finish the process. Alright, step completed. We have our halftone applied. Now it's more intense. Notice that compared to the automatic setting, this one is much more applied. You can already see lines even in the lighter areas. Now I'm going to apply it with a different angle. I'll go back here to manual. Line. 30 LPI. I'll set it to 40 here. And here I'll set it to 40 as well. I click OK. And here for the angle, I'll set it to 0 degrees. I click OK, OK, and wait for it to finish the process. Process is finishing. Halftone applied. Notice that here, to the naked eye, you can already see the difference in how our angle is applied. Here we have a 0 degree angle. All the lines aligned horizontally. And here we have a halftone at 45 degrees. It's a diagonal halftone. Notice that the lines are all diagonal. That's the only difference when applying an angle to your halftone. Other features, like shadow removal and also applying it over lighter areas, are up to you depending on your needs. Always pay attention to the design details and the type of fabric you'll be using so you can achieve the most satisfying result possible. And what really matters is the final result printed on the t-shirt. Well, that was the lesson on the manual stage, also pretty straightforward. If you want to do it another way, the process is the same. You just need to click on manual again, select the shape. I can choose 5 here, which is the square. Click OK. LPI frequency. Shadow cleaning intensity, and also the intensity of the light texture. I click OK, choose the angle. I click OK again, and it will repeat the automatic process. It's all very simple, very easy to do. Even though it's in the manual stage, just like the others, it doesn't require any extra technical knowledge. It's mainly so you can configure and apply a different halftone effect to your designs. If you have any questions, again, just get in touch with us via WhatsApp or email, and we'll be happy to help clarify them.